I have Ange Meany with me from Bundaleer Wines. And tell us a little bit about your winery. What part of Australia are you based in?
Hi Deborah, yeah, we're from South Australia. We're a small family-owned winery in the Southern Flinders Ranges region, which is a new region in South Australia. We're about an hour north of the Clare Valley is where our vineyard is, but it's quite a big area. It's traditionally broad acre farming, so wheat and barley and sheep producing area. Some of the smaller family owned companies have now gone into vineyards. We're one of the bigger producers in the region.
So how many family members do you have working in the winery?
We have, like, my dad helped plant the vineyard, and my sister sells the wine, and my other sister helps sell the wine in a different region. I make the wine, and I answer the phone, and I empty the rubbish bin, and I do everything else.
And what inspires you now as a winemaker? What styles are you trying to achieve? What keeps you going?
On our vineyard we have Shiraz and Cabernet planted. About 3 years ago we decided to make a Sparkling Shiraz, which is traditionally a very Australian made wine. It's quite unusual here in Asia, but I think it really suits the climate here. And last year we won the Consumers Prize for the best sparkling wine and sparkling red wine in Australia. So that really gave me a big thrill and kept us going, that's for sure.
Congratulations,
yeah, thank you.
That's outstanding. Now, Sparkling Shiraz style, when you make a white sparkling wine, there's so much care in pressing the grapes, keeping the colour out. Is Sparkling Shiraz a little easier, or what do you have to worry about?
It is a little bit easier, but you really have to make sure you've got the natural Shiraz fruit flavours there that really carry through to the wine. It's slightly sweeter than a red wine, obviously, but it still has the same tannin structure, so it's kept in oak for a little while, but mostly older oak.
Do you do anything special to tame the tannins? Because when we drink sparkling wine, we don't expect that
No, you don't.
dryness.
That's right, you don't expect it, but you don't really have to do anything special, but you really have to look after the wine as it's aging in the barrels. And we certainly select certain barrels that'll be good for the sparkling and other barrels that'll be better for the still wine.
And aside from sparkling red wines, what style wines do you typically drink?
With the whites, I'll probably choose a Riesling. That's my favourite one from the Clare Valley usually. Red wines, I don't really mind. I like to try different wines. I like to try everyone else's wines and see what everyone else is doing.
Now, as a female in the wine industry, do you find that's an advantage, disadvantage? What are the strengths of this?
When I first started in the industry, I'd go to conferences and meetings, and I'd be one of the only females there. So it was always a bit of a funny thing at that time. But now there's quite a few of us. A lot of people say that females have better palates and that type of thing, but I don't really think there's a great advantage as to being a female as to being a male. But it's the same with any job, really. I mean, it's both in both industries. So yeah.
And with regard to the sparkling wine, again, the sparkling red, that's a real sort of black bubble jewel of Australia. How would you advise people go about tasting those wines? Like, what is there different to think about when you taste a sparkling Shiraz?
The most important thing is to have it really cold, get it really cold, and then taste it and swirl it around and definitely smell it, because with this carbon dioxide in the wine, that lifts the fruit flavours of the wine. And then you have a big swill of it and swirl it around in your mouth, and there's just an explosion of flavour from the CO2 in the wine, and it really brings out the flavours.
Just bursts into
Yeah,
life.
it's fantastic.
Now, speaking of explosions, have you ever had any mishaps in the winery that you haven't yet told Dad about?
Well, we have had a few, but we won't mention them, I don't think, not today.
What are the hazards? What are the worries as a winemaker? What mistakes can you make?
Well, there's a lot of mistakes that you could easily make, so it's just a matter of being careful and making sure you know what you're doing.